Hey, welcome to Trade Review with Neto. How are you guys? Hello, Everyday Needs. Hello, Diane. Hola, Felipe. Hey, Kevin, you changed your handler. Good. Felipe, you took a trade on Amazon but got stopped out. Let's talk about that, Felipe. Give me 1 second. Hey, Tocayo. Hello, Patrick. Hey, Luke. I was reading you, Luke. I was reading you on Discord. I have something to tell you here. Hello, CJ. Hello, Ann. Hello, Yang. Hey, Sinas, Ben. Hola, Renato. Hey, Chris. How are you? AVGO. You know what? I completely forgot to refresh my AVGO chart, but let's do it here. Let's do it here. Right. Hello, Salman. Hey, Mr. Hans. ¿Qué onda, Alex? Right. Okay, guys. So let's get started today. Kind of weird day. I was watching the market. Actually, market opened like strong. market market opened really strong. You know what? I still don't know why. I still don't know why. I was reading data from this morning, and it's just my opinion, but that data wasn't that good. And I was actually waiting for a sell off. That was my impression. That was my long term investor mindset, or yeah, like reasoning. But I don't know, like market just started ripping. So I like that price action. For being honest, I felt like not all the names were following this trend. So that was giving me some hints about the rest of the day or later in the day, right? So just remember, I mean, these indices are kind of the average of the move from 500 companies right here and a bunch of others on QQQ. But at the end, it's kind of the average of all of them, right? So I was watching a lot of names, and they were not following this trend here. So again, that was giving me just hints for my bias, right? So I wasn't taking too much of attention. I wasn't paying too much of attention to this move because I was suspecting something else was happening, right? For being honest, I tried one trade to the upside, but I was stopped out like really fast. So I just switched to, okay, well, my spidey senses are telling me something different than the chart, so I'm gonna wait. I close my broker, relax, lay back, and I was just waiting for something like super obvious, super clear, super visual, and that happened later in the day. That happened later in the day. I had a really nice trade to the downside on QQQ. I will show you later. But well, let's take a look. Hello, Randall, Eileen. Hey, Nathan. How you doing? Welcome here. All right. So, oh, right there. Okay. I'm moving my screens here. All right. So AMD was one of the names. I was expecting AMD to actually go lower and maybe fill this gap. That was my plan. That was the idea that I had. As you can see here on the pre-market, uh, actually price was heading lower, but just at the open, it bounced really well on the gap. Look at this. It was perfect bounce out of the gap, and it started ripping. But look at this. I mean, it opened here 180, and a few minutes later 185 550. 185.50. So that was an amazing move to the upside right at the open. But look at this. I mean, I don't feel that there's any entry opportunity here. Not a retest of the 5-minute opening range, not a retest of this 182.72 key level on the 15-minute chart, not a retest of any order block or one candle rule. We had this immediate retest of pre-market high 184, but nothing really good for trying something to the upside, right? Not sure if all of you agree with me, but yeah. So Eileen, you took AMD trade with Jack and got stopped out. What were you trying here, Eileen? I mean, what was your entry point? What I don't know. I mean, what were you trying to do here? I wasn't watching the live stream with Jack, so I really don't know what you were trying to do. Uh, this retest of the previous day close. Yeah. All right. So yeah, he tried something like this here. All right. Yeah, something like this here. So he tried maybe this. He was trying something like this. The previous green candle. Something like this. All right, so he was waiting for. Okay, so he tried this break and retest of this previous day close, and in this impulsive candle, he tried for continuation, right? That's what he did. I don't trust order block until I retest key level. Yeah, okay, so this was the. Okay, well, I mean, I understand the play. It's just. I'm sorry, guys. We opened 180. We were here 185. This is AMD, guys. I mean, I know this name believes in miracles, but this thing was like, I don't know. This was just too much. This was just too much, and different than Tesla, AMD, they understand what too much is. So in Tesla, there's not such a thing like too much, right? Like too much overextended, too much oversold. That doesn't mean anything on Tesla. But here, AMD, yeah. So yeah, probably this was a very quick trade. Like he was stop out right here, 953, 948, order block 937, 937. This one here. Okay. Well, as you can see, guys, I mean, here, in my opinion, this previous day close, I don't know, like, again, I think this move was just too much, and we needed a deeper pullback. So I understand what you tried to do here. It just, I mean, I because how I know AMD, I just don't trust this move here. I will need a deeper pullback, maybe to the pre-market high, maybe maybe to the pre-market high, but yeah, something deeper. To extend it, yeah, probably 940 order block, 940. Yeah, I mean, right here, this is not a retest of this order block. But again, I understand the idea here on the previous day close. This is, for me, this is a bullish move. This is a bullish move. A lot of strength right here, and trying to respect or reacting to the previous day close. That's actually a very bullish move. It just didn't work, right? So if you entered, if you tried this move here, you should be stop out like 953. 953, 185 key level. Yeah, 180. Yeah, 185 for me, like super heavy, right? All right. Hey, Jose, when you have time, please talk a little bit about how you usually scale out of a trade. Okay, yeah, I will, I will, I will. All right. Well, so I mean, again, I understand what you tried to do here, guys. It just, I mean, I don't feel like this was a super nice move. But look at this. I mean, if you were taking in consideration the indices, this was actually a very nice moment for entering here, right? Both SPY and QQQ, they were breaking out to the upside. Well, now it, now it makes like way more sense, right? Now it makes like way more sense than previously. Yeah, so I mean, this just was unfortunate, right? This was just unfortunate. And to the downside, guys, to the downside, look at this. I mean, AMD started rejecting this 185 sell off, and then we start having reaction right here. This 182.72, that was also the 5-minute opening range. And look how well it breaks, comes back, retested this, and started rejecting here. Another rejection here. And now you have a lot of information for this name going against the indices, right? So this name is showing relative weakness here. This name is showing relative weakness here. So you may start having a good idea for the downside, like here. I mean, for example, I think right here, this was a good place to have a downside move, like here. I mean, instead of this one here, oh, maybe something like this. Look at this. Maybe something like this, looking for the rejection of this 5-minute opening range. And look how many rejections right here, right? I don't know what is right here, this 182.72, but look at this. Look all these rejections right here. So when you have a strong rejection right here, another taking you below this 182.31. What is this? 182.31. Oh, look at this. Well, this was a huge supply, right? This was a huge supply. So once you start going below this, I mean, you may start looking for downside right here, right? So if you tried something like this, your risk is super clear right here at the top of these candles, and you are just looking for the 1 to 2 risk reward rate to trade. Look at this. This just to the 182, it was a 1 to 2.2 risk reward, and it was a 5-minute trade. It was a 5-minute trade. Then you pull back right here to this previous low or local low. And if you tried something here, I mean, it failed, but look at this. This is kind of the 84% rule of this trade here. If you were looking for the rejection of this local low right here, you may aim to close the daily gap, right? To close the daily gap. So this is the daily gap. This is today's opening, 180. And look at this. This actually worked. And right here, look at this. So AMD was kind of contrarian to the indices today, right? Well, maybe here, yeah, maybe here it started following the trend. But look at this. Once it found a floor to bounce, once it found where to start bouncing, well, it was kind of similar than the indices right here. Okay, so anyone took something on AMD? Tony took Nvidia, retest of previous day, close at the same time Jack entered AMD. All right, I'll take a look. Dian 1020 AMD puts 1020. Right here is this trade, right? Good job there. Good job there, Tian. Felipe. Okay. So Felipe is asking for the change of character. So, for example, I think here, Felipe, this is the change of character. So can you see here? This is creating lower highs, lower lows. This is a lower high, but this is a higher low, and this is a higher high. So I think this is the change of character, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. So if you, for example, if you open your position like here on some of these trades, I will close my position here, this 1147, just because it was breaking this previous high, like here. Like right here, this is breaking this previous high or lower high. So now you have a higher high. So I might cut my position right here, this 1146. Is it clear, Felipe? Is it clear? So aquí es donde crea un alto más alto y aquí es el change of character. Okay. Okay. Eileen, it was oversold. Patrick retracted. Randall 1003. 1003. Here. This is a breakout trade, Randall. This is a breakout trade. I mean, this is immediate retest of this. Yeah, so no. Yeah, this is a breakout trade, right? 1004. Sina, same thing for Nvidia. The whole week was in range bound from 180, 184. I think we should have waited for that range to break. All right. Neto, can you explain 1046 candle on AMD? 1046 candle, 1046 candle here. Yeah, well, I mean, price is just going up, right? It rejected this 182.72. What is this 182.72? Why is not here? It's from yesterday. Can you see this line is from yesterday? It's in the 1 minute. That's why I don't have it on the 15 minute. But it was kind of the neckline for what we did yesterday, what we tried to do yesterday. That's why. Let me took it out. All right. So yeah, I mean, it just came back a little bit further to this 5-minute opening range, and look at this. Just because right here is actually not changing character. I mean, the market structure on the 5-minute was intact. I will take this 84% rule. Well, I wouldn't, but I mean, this will be an 84% rule opportunity right here, because you are reclaiming or breaking this same level, this previous local low, this order block right here. So you are rejecting this, and you are now looking for a lower low, right? So these two trades are the same thing, right? It just right here it didn't work, and right here it actually went deeper than the real target. The real target will be the daily gap. So yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that happened. I mean, there's no reason for that. Felipe, all right. Hi, Luis. All right. Okay. So as you can see here, guys, I mean, this trade that Jack tried, it was a really nice one. So break displacement retest of previous day close. That's very bullish. That's very bullish. And right here, both indices were breaking out to the upside. So I mean, this trade as a whole on the context, that was looking really good. It just didn't work out, right? Okay, guys, let's go to Amazon. I think this was the one that I was trying. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. Because I had a loss this morning. I don't remember what was it. No, it was AMD. Yeah, I think I took this AMD. Ah, no. Okay. Okay. So this was the trade I was trying this morning, right? So this was the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. Look at the indices; they were breaking out to the upside. I took this candle here, this 947. After this, look at this nice reaction right here. Look at this nice reaction right here. So this candle went lower to the 5-minute opening range. And look at the reaction. So these are buyers stepping in, right? This is a strong price action. So I'm saying these words, these phrases, so you can understand what Tony and Jack are saying on the live stream, right? So this is buyers stepping in. This is a strong price action, a long wick to the downside of our key level, and then returning to our side. All right. So I took this trade right here. As you can see here, this 947, both indices were pushing higher, creating a high of the day right here. And I took this trade right here. I was aiming for the gap fill, but it didn't work. It didn't work. It actually, yeah, it stopped me out right here on this 953 candle. And I was looking to this, but I didn't take it. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the 84% rule. I'm not a big, well, not of the 84% rule. I love the 84% rule because I think it's a very nice opportunity to increase your win rate with a second chance. But I don't like to take second trades on the same name. And not like this, right? Like, I mean, this was like, right here. Maybe it's because I'm still thinking about. I right here. Maybe it's like 4 or 5 minutes later, and I will still be saying inside of me like, oh well. I mean, you should hold. Why you sold right here? So your stop loss was not the right one. So I will be like overthinking about this. So even when I was watching this, I will say like, okay, well, I'm not taking this because in my mind, I will have a suspicious of trying to revenge trade this name, right? So that actually that's kind of the main reason why I don't take the second chances of the same name, because probably inside of me I'm saying like, oh well, you just want to revenge trade this, you just want to prove that your idea was actually right. And I'm not here to prove anything, right? I'm not here to prove anything. I'm just here to execute a system, a repeatable system. And well, that this wasn't this was not my repeatable system, right? So that's why I didn't take this, all right? But something happened later. Yeah, look at this. I mean, the idea was right. I mean, the gap will be filled today. It was just, it took a lot of time and deeper pullbacks to actually take it, right? And anyone took an Amazon trade today? Luis, you are still in Amazon. uh, I will take it 5 days a week. Where did you enter here, Luis? Where did you enter here on Amazon? Like somewhere around these levels? Look, you took the 84% rule, 958. This one here, yeah, it didn't work either, right? Like right 5 6 minutes later, just like the first try. Renato, you took the first one on the 84% and lost on both, yeah. But you know what, Renato? I mean, this trade, I will take it 10 out of 10 times. Look at this. A strong move to the upside, good displacement, retracement, came back, pulled back, retested this 5 minute opening range. Nice price action here on this candle. Second candle is confirming the move, and both indices were breaking out to the upside. I will take this 10 out of 10 times. Just didn't work, and that's fine. But I think it's okay. I mean, what I think it will be like super nice is if you were stop out where you plan. Because for me, I think this was like a 12% loss or maybe 15% loss. So that's a very calculated and like very controlled loss for me. That's part of my system, right? That's part of my system. So did you take a loss right here, or you were trying to hold, thinking this will make this will go back? Neto, I entered 951. Your 951 or my 951? Probably it's 1051 here. 1051 here on the reclaim of this same key level. No, 951. Because Jack told you. Come on, Luis. No. That's not how it works. Remember, guys. I mean, this is something that I told you all the time. If you are not understanding your risk, your targets, and the price action, even if Tony is telling you that you should full port this, I mean, you should not take this one, right? You should not take trades that you are not understanding in on real time. So if not sure if you were here, Luis, yesterday. No, I'm not saying that, Jason. Is don't take trades that you don't understand, that you didn't prepare, that you didn't plan, right? Even if Tony, Jack, Lauren, Ramesh, Moni, me included. I mean, not even if your coach told you. I mean, if you don't understand what you are doing right now, I mean, you should not be ever blind following anyone. If you want a sad story, if you want a sad story about someone that was blind following another guy and lost like never, take a read to my post. I shared that yesterday. If you didn't read it, I'm gonna share it again. I'm gonna share it again so you can take. Oh, right here. If you want to know what happens if you blind follow a guy that you don't understand a trade, you don't have a risk management plan in place, you don't have a target, you don't have key levels. If you just follow someone, take a read to the post that I why is not you can see what I just shared, right? Let me try again. Paste right there. Okay. Yeah, if you want to know what happens when you follow someone and you don't have a plan, take a read to this. All right. Palmavera, you took puts today because you said you love puts and it work. Yeah, brother. I mean, just plan your trade, trade your plan, and that's the way. All right. Yeah, Luis. I mean, today you were just lucky because this thing easily could go lower all the way to 226. Easily. After these rejections of 230, easily it could go to 226. So you were just lucky here. Uh, oh my gosh. And you are so lucky now. You are so lucky now. So this thing is flying, but I mean, you were just lucky, brother. You were just lucky. I mean, don't do that. Don't do that, please. All right. Okay. So that was Amazon. Let's go to Nvidia. All right. So there are a few things about this Nvidia trade. I think I was reading what Tony was posting here this morning. So I think he tried this one here, right? Like the break, displacement, and retest of previous day close with both with both indices breaking out, creating high of the day. This opportunity here, again, 10 out of 10 times I will take it. 10 out of 10 times. Super bullish. This is previous day close, so this is super bullish. Look at the reaction right here. Super bullish. This was a super nice reaction. And the indices as your context, this was a very nice opportunity here. It's just unfortunate that this candle, I don't know what this candle was for, but yeah. So, and here, guys, so look at this. This second chance could be taken in different ways. So maybe you were waiting for the break and retest of this 5-minute opening range, right? If you were waiting for that, this is perfect. This is right how you should do it. I mean, it's retest right on your key level, waiting for 1-2 candles for confirmation and taking all the way to here. This was a 1 to 2.4 risk reward ratio trade, but actually this went all the way to 183, right? So this could be a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. But if you were waiting for the 84% rule, well, this will be just like this, and you actually have a 1 to 2.2 risk reward ratio trade right here. And if you were super patient because of this pullback right to the pre-market high, you actually got a lot higher, right? A lot higher. Or if you missed these 1, 2, or 3 first chances and you were waiting for the break and retest of this pre-market high, you took this risk at the bottom of these candles and you should be aiming to 183, right? 183. Look at this, one rejection here, second rejection here. This was a stronger rejection. So, but 2 different chances to get your 2.7, 2.8 risk reward. Look at this. All right. So let me go to the comments here. Sabrina, you took 1027. 1027. It's exactly this trade. All right. Very good, Sabrina. So if you took it 220, I'm sorry, 1027. I mean, this is perfect. It's just watch out because your risk, it's now super, it's huge, right? You may have your risk to the pre-market high and you should be, look at this. This right to the 183, it was a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade. I'm not opposed to have this trade, Sabrina. I'm not opposed. I actually like it a lot. It's just, I wouldn't, if prices started pulling back here, maybe I wouldn't like let it go all the way down, because now you have a very strong You have a very large risk. So what I will be doing here, Sabrina, is waiting for this candle to actually go above the previous ones, something like here. So your risk is more calculated. It's less of a risk, or it makes sense, this risk, to your reward, right? Look at this. Can you see the difference? Just because moving this from 1 to 2.7 to 1 to 1.7. 1.7 is still a very good trade. It's just, I mean, if you, this is actually kind of chasing this, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care taking this chasing, because this is giving you a lot of clarity, right? I mean, now you are 100% sure that this thing is moving to the upside. So yes, you are kind of sacrificing a bit your risk reward, but you are getting something more valuable, that is clarity. So that I like it. I like it. Um, Sina, even if you consider the higher time frame, uh, Jason, I entered 1024 right here, and you got stop out. Why? Even if you did this, your risk should be right here at the bottom of this retesting candle, and there's no candle closing below this. So just, Jason, watch out how you set your stop loss, and please don't tell me this was because you were scared, right? I mean, you need to be comfortable with your trade playing out, right? So just make sure that you are setting a fair uh, stop loss for your trades, because I mean, if you enter right here 1024, your risk should be at least to the bottom of this candle, all right here, and there's no candle closing below that, all right? You don't wait candle close as option needs risk more. Oh, okay, well, that explains. But look at this. I mean, you should be this is something that I recommend, but you need to convince yourself about this, Jason. When you are back testing or forward testing, look how many times, once you define your stop loss, look how many times a wick crosses your line and comes back, and how many times the actual candle closes below your stop loss level, right? I think you will find out that usually it's more often that the candle just wicks out and comes back. But you need to find out for yourself and convince for yourself. I can tell you this 100 times, but until you don't see it on your charts, until you don't test your own data, you're not gonna believe it. And we need you and your subconscious to believe this. All right? That's how it works. Uh, yeah, just unlucky. Yeah, I know. Hey, do you think this was a good trade? I enter into SPY. Well, I'll go to SPY at the end, K. Just keep it there. And if I forgot, just please retype. Type again on the chat, all right? Hi Neto, I learned from you about AMD puts when it failed 3 times at 183. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, AMD is always easier to the downside, but it also offers good opportunities to the upside. You just need to understand how AMD works. All right. Um, all right. Let's go to the next one. Tesla. Actually, Tesla. I didn't draw anything because for me it was just playing with us. It was just playing with us. So I really don't see an opportunity here. Uh, Maybe this pullback long to the opening price, but well, I don't know. I mean, I don't see anything inside of this 1 minute, 5 minute opening range. Nothing too juicy to take it. Anyone took something on Tesla today? Mm, I don't think so, right? Okay. Okay. Well, let's go to the next one then. Okay, this is Microsoft, guys. This was decent, right? This was decent. We have this break and retest to the end. I'm going back to Tesla just for a minute. 1004. 1004 rejection of this previous day low. Yeah, well, I like it. I like it. Yeah, actually I like it a lot. If you were considering this local high and the pre-market low, I'm sorry, previous day low, look, 1 2 3 4 5 6 rejections. So 1004 was actually a nice one. 1004 was actually a nice one, but I mean, you wouldn't get too much juice here. So lucky. Oh, 1104. 1104. Okay. Came back again below previous day low, retested 1104. I don't know. Maybe not 1104. Maybe not. But what about this one? 1105, 1106. So it was the continuation of this retest and breaking this pivot low. And this move was fire, right? This move was fire. Even, look at this. Even if you buy right here, breaking out this, and you have your risk all the way to here, if you were looking to the daily gap, it was a 122. If you were looking to the previous week high, it was a 122.7. If you were looking to the 5-minute opening range low, it was a 123. If you were looking to the pre-market low, this was fire. And look at this, no reaction until way below 333. So this was a nice trade. Again, can you see here? It break back. It break below previous day low again. Rejection. A lot of rejections right here. Maybe we can extend this box here. Look how many rejections right here. So you can enter when you have the actual rejection. I mean, when you are convinced that this is already rejected. And this was a super nice trade. The contract went over 100%, all the way to where? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, that's Tesla, right? That's Tesla. All right, so we were talking about Microsoft. So Microsoft, we had this break and retest of the pre-market high, but no strong continuation right here. No good reaction right here. As you can see here, this candle here, this 955 candle, it's showing you sellers stepping in. So even if you tried on this candle here, because it was the 1-minute opening range, after watching this candle here, this candle wick here, I will be hesitating a lot. So yeah, so well, maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe this trade didn't work, right? I mean, this trade just didn't work, but it should have. So this is kind of the same. Look at this. This is not looking like an 84% rule, or maybe it is, but this is a nice break and retest of the 5-minute opening range and the pre-market low. And here, well, here, both indices were pushing higher again. And here you had, here you had the whole move. So not sure if anyone here is trading Microsoft. I know Microsoft is not like one of our favorite names, especially because we are very close to all-time highs. But anyone took Microsoft here today? No? Okay, well, let's go to the next one. The next one is Palantir. On Palantir, I didn't see too much here. I think this is kind of the same thing. Look at this. This is kind of the same thing than AMD Nvidia. This is the break and retest of the previous day close. So if you try to open a position here and you were trying pre-market high, well, or here, but didn't work, right? It didn't work. You took Palantir 957. Yeah, this one. This one here, right? Yeah, but I mean, it looked well. It looked well. It's a strong break of the previous day close. Retesting. Nice pullback. I mean, nice reaction right here. Look at this. Buyers stepping in. Buyers stepping in. It's just unfortunate that this didn't work, right? It's just unfortunate it didn't work. And it was actually just this name. I mean, indices were just chilling around that same key level, but this started to drop. I don't know what happened. Was there any news here on Palantir today? What is this candle about? Or just because? But yeah, Sabrina, this Palantir 957, this is actually a nice trade. Again, strong break and retest of high of the day, previous day close, retest, buyers stepping in right here, nice price action right here. Just unfortunate that this didn't work. So I just hope, Sabrina, that you were stop out like in this 1004. When you were stop out. Can you share? 1004 right here. Yeah, nice execution, Sabrina. Nice execution. So this is a win for you. I mean, I know your P&L doesn't reflect this, but your execution, your performance was super well right here. Congratulations here. Very good, Chin. Very good. Yeah, unfortunate this didn't work, but look at this. Strong break of high of the day, previous day close. Nice reaction right here at the key level. Indices pushing up. Just unfortunate that this didn't work. Yeah, nice trade. Nice trade here. And look at this. Later on the day, can you guys identify why I mean, it's not like I'm just looking for puts, right? But sometimes it's easier it's easier to identify. Can you see, for example, let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about this. So this is kind of it's not an order block, but let's say it's kind of the neckline. Let's say it's the neckline, right? So you are having lower highs, lower lows. Suddenly you break with a lot of strength. You came back close to this area here, and you keep dropping. So this is why I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but this is super easy for me to identify, because look at this. It tried once, it tried twice, it tried for a third time, and then look at this strong rejection. Came back for all the liquidity on this neckline or this low zone for this move, and then kept dropping. So these are the kind of moves that I love. These are the kind of moves that I take all the time. And I know this might not look like a break and retest on a very relevant key level, but if you can identify this intraday price action, this intraday price area, and you can see these kind of reactions here, look everything that you get on these squeezes, right? Look at everything you get on these squeezes. And And this is not random. This is not a random setup, guys. I mean, this is not something like, oh, Neto is taking advantage of every drop. No, 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 no. It's and let me tell you something. And this might be this might be something traders love worth to discuss. But let me explain you something. All right. So the simplicity, I mean, you need simplicity, you need repetition, small adjustments over the time. But I mean, that's all you need to find your edge. I mean, and I found an edge on this because this is very visual. This is very easy to spot. But remember, every setup must have conditions, right? Every condition must have a reason. Can you see? Every reason must have a process, right? And every process must be repeatable, right? So I'm gonna repeat this. Please take note of this. Every setup must have conditions. Every condition must have a reason. Every reason must have a process, and every process must be repeatable. All right. So this is exactly my favorite setup. Rejection, 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 strong break to the downside, came back, kind of retested this area here, and keep dropping. This is my favorite setup. I know this is not like textbook Scarface break and retest thing, but this is the one thing that works every time. And Luke was telling me, or Luke just shared on the Discord, like, hey, Neto, your head and shoulders thing is working every time. Well, it's not. I mean, I'm not looking at the pattern because, for example, this is not a head and shoulders, right? This is not a head and shoulders. But if you can see the price action here, all these rejections, how sellers are, winning this battle. So suddenly buyers, I mean, they just surrender, right? They just surrender. Sellers just won this battle, came back for all this liquidity, and then go again. So again, it's not about the pattern, it's understanding what is happening right here. All right, what is happening right here. And that's it, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna give you like a lesson or class or something, but I'm just sharing my reasoning right here. It's not about a pattern repetition. It's about a process repetition, right? It's about all the conditions. It's about the setup. So it again, everything needs to be repeatable. All right. So your process, your reason, your condition, and your setup. If it's not repeatable, it's not an edge, guys. I mean, you are just gambling, right? So you need to find what is working for you. All right. Look, the 1023 and 1048 candles are creating a flat bottom too, and support turning into resistance. Exactly. I mean, yeah, maybe I was using like the more complex idea, but exactly. So this is support turn into resistance, right? So if you want the easiest and simplest explanation of this is support turn into resistance and then go. Thank you, Luke. Yeah, that was a way better idea or easier idea, right? So, and it happens the same right here, right? I mean, you break relevant key levels, the 1 minute, is this the 1 minute or the 5 minute? Yeah, it's the 1 minute opening range, came back, rejected again, and you just go, right? And why this is important? Because it's very close to the previous day low. So if you are rejecting, if the price action is telling you that this wants to go lower than the previous day low, that's your signal, right? Remember I told you that my favorite setup is the break and retest of the previous day high and low. So this is exactly this, right? I mean, price wants to go lower, so it just came back, retested, took all the liquidity right here and drop. And look at this again, guys. Go back test your own names, go back test your own setups. But when you go watch the break and retest of the previous day high and low, look how aggressive are the reactions on these key levels, especially the previous day low to the downside, right? But also the previous day high reactions, they are the most aggressive things. Why? Because there's a lot of orders sitting right there waiting to be filled. So you need to understand how price is behaving, how price is moving, and why price is moving, right? So this is why the previous day high and low works most of the times. Thank you, Luis. You are very welcome. All right, let's go. Oh, let's go to the next one. Apple here. Apple here. 230, 250, 230, 250. Psych number, strike number. You broke it with a lot of strength or relative weakness. Let's say this is actually a relative weakness. Look at this. Look at this drop right here and look at this small drop on QQQ. So this is relative weakness at its finest, right? This is the very best definition of relative weakness. While in QQQ or even in SPY, look at this. SPY was just going sideways. Apple was dropping hard. So it dropped below this 230 to 50. That's a relevant key level. Came back, retested, and what happened here? Sellers stepping in and pushing down the price. Where? Next key level, previous week high, 231. Round number, psych number, previous week high. So relevant key level on the higher time frame. So this is not too hard to identify. You just need to be patient, guys. If you want to enter into a position right here in the first 10 minutes, this is what happens. Look at this. This is what happens when you want to start a position the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. But if you are patient enough, look at this. This is actually visually easier, right? It's super clear that it's going downwards, coming back to retest this key level and dropping. So if you are patient enough, you will find all these trades easier to spot. You just need to be patient. Patience, it's a virtue. So you just need to wait for it, right? Hey Lane, Nvidia 957. Oh, well, I just went on Nvidia, but I'm gonna go over QQQ in a few minutes. Give me 1 second because I also did a QQQ trade today. Awesome trade. You will see. Google, can you see again? This is kind of obvious. This is the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. This is the previous week high. So higher time frame key level right here, intraday key level right here, break, retest. What was happening on the indices? Look at what was happening on the indices right at that moment. What is going on? Breaking out to the upside, creating new high of the day on both indices right here. So if you are watching this in context with your indices, this is super easy to spot, right? This is super easy to spot. And look at this. If you go key level to key level, all right? Meta, well, Meta was kind of the same thing. It reclaimed this 780.81. Let me show you where is this coming from. Look at this, 780.81. I hope Ramesh is here because we are just watching to Meta because of him. All right, so this 780.81. This is the 1 hour. Look at this on the 15 minute. All right, on the 15 minute, it makes more sense. 780.81. All right, so right here, break, retest of this key level. It's the opening price, the 1 minute and the 5-minute opening range. Nice retest. Indices pushing higher. So this was a very nice trade, right? This was a very nice trade. Right to the high of the day, it was a 1, 2, 3. But if you took it all to the key levels, it was a 1 to 6.5. All right. All right. This is the fun part. This is the fun part. Actually, I was reading that Tony told you this trade right here. This was the break, nice displacement and retest of the 5-minute opening range on SPY. Anyone took a trade on SPY? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going back to Google because I didn't read Patrick's message. Patrick, you enter on the reclaim of previous week high 1031 right here. Okay. Also heard you in my head to enter short at 1001. 1001. Ah, you like this, right? I mean, failing to create a new high. Well, I like this. I like this. All right. Good job there, Patrick. Good job there. I don't like too much the breakouts. I prefer the break and retest, but I understand what you did here. The reclaim of the previous week high. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 1031 right here. Right here. All right. 1031, not 1041. All right. And 1001 right here. Yeah, well, this was inside of the 5-minute opening range, so probably not here. But yeah. Google not go. Oh, come on. 1031. Ah, okay. Well, now it makes way more sense, right? I like it. I like it. What was your stop loss all the way to here? 203. Oh, 1031. Reclaim of this. Stop loss maybe here. You were aiming high of the day. Something like this. Yeah, bro. Yes. All right. Nice. And actually, I hope you get it all the way to here. All right. All right. Good job there. Good job there. So we were talking about this SPY. So the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range high. If you open your position here, you have a clear risk here, and you may be looking for the intraday gap, right? Intraday gap. So you actually got it. It was a 1 to 2.5. I don't host live trading sessions then. So this was a very nice trade here. But I like the reversals. So as you can see here, well, it's actually easier on QQQ. Let me show you QQQ. So it was the same thing here, break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. And, well, it went all the way to 581.50, right? I mean, I was looking for this pre-market high, where this 581.50 was a very nice... give me 1 second. Okay. So actually, if right to high of the day was a 1 to 1.6, to 581 was a 1 to 2 reward rate. But this 181.50, I think that was a very nice target here. And then, guys, I want you to start watching at this. I'm gonna delete it. Well, I'm just gonna move it right here. Okay, so you are having a reaction right here, 180.64. Then you break, create the high of the day. But look at this rejection here, 582, 581.50. Nice rejection right here. And it's taking you below this key level that was, again, it was resistance. It was resistance. Then it was support. And then it was resistance again. So once you break this kind of head and shoulders here, you break this area here that was kind of your neckline, you come back, retested this same area here, and then drop. This is the trade that I took. This is the trade that I took. This one here, I took the, let me tell you. I took 579 puts right here. It was, look at this. It was 580. It was 580 right here, 580.17. So I took the next strike, 579 puts, and I wrote it all the way to previous day low. And I got 129 and 19% trade. It actually went all the way to 125 or something. But I mean that's the screenshot that I shared. How I will manage this trade? How I will manage this trade? So I enter here. I took 40% my position on this key level. No, on this key level, on this candle right here, this 1125. I mean, it went all the way to here, but I scale out like 40% my position on this 5-minute opening range. Then I took like 40% of my position on these candles around here, and then I took 10% of my position on this candle because I really thought that it was just bottoming right here. And I took 5% right here and 5 more on this candle. This 1147, that was the candle where I closed my position. So just for you, how did you scale that trade? Well, that's exactly how. For on the indices, especially because I'm trading same day expiration, I'm being way more aggressive than on my tech names. On the tech names, I usually take 25% on high or low of the day, 50% or 60% on my first higher time frame key level, and the rest I'm just taking it like bar by bar. But on the indices, because I'm taking same day expiration, I'm being more aggressive. I take 40% on the first big push and 40% more on my targets, and then I'm writing 20% of my trade to key levels or to price action. Neto, where in QQQ you can determine it's gonna go lower? Well, I think here, I think after this rejection, look at this. I mean, when I say price action, guys, when I say price action, I want you to imagine how all of the energy for these candles here, all of the energy to grind up this move, and then how in 10 minutes it give up from 182 all the way to here. This is 180.60 or what is it? Yeah. So this is telling me that the sellers are being way more aggressive than buyers, right? So what is this telling me? That if sellers stop here, this is the battle zone, all right? So I want you to start imagining that if the sellers step in right here, they drop the price, and then it started consolidating right here. So this is the battle zone. This is where sellers and buyers are now dealing. And if you find out that this area is being broken to the downside, what does it mean? Well, it means that sellers are still winning the battle right here, right? So I'm looking for, after this drop, I'm looking for how this consolidation area is behaving, and if it's, I mean, if it's reclaiming or if it's recovering, that's okay. I mean, I understand that buyers are sitting right here, right? But look at this right here. After this consolidation area, on the previous day close, sellers are winning this battle. Sellers are winning this battle. So now I'm being aware that this can keep dropping. Yeah, sellers found some buyers right here, but buyers are not being strong enough to hold price right here. So this is the area where I should be looking for the reaction. Not sure if that's clear, Felipe. Neto, explain again how you decided the QQ should change its character. Well, right here on this candle is going higher than this previous low. So right now I'm gonna have a higher high right here, just because this candle. See, can you see this? So let's see if we can do this. So I mean, right here, this is a good indication because this is a higher low, right? This is a higher low. But right here, right on this area here, we are creating now a higher high. So this is exactly where I cut my position, because this is the change of character right here. This is the change of character right here. Is it clear, Manny? Felipe, you're very welcome. So, all right, guys. So that was all for today. Thank you very much for joining. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, bring more people here. I like discussions. I like discussions here. So I'm really liking these kind of sessions where it's interactive. I know you can talk on the stage, but I mean, if you share your ideas on the chat, I always can reply. I think I reply to everyone, right? So yeah. So Felipe, yes, remember tomorrow, Friday rules. If you are red on the week, take the day. But remember, it's waiting with intention. Waiting with intention. So you are showing up to do everything as you will be trading, but just with your broker off, right? But you are watching charts, you are watching price action, you are planning your day, you are doing everything, you are just not trading. All right. Okay. All right. So guys, it's 75 minutes since we started. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.